Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode, excuse me, of Strong Draws. My name is Brett Strong, and today I am working on a poster for a fan film called Zordon of Eltar. First off, before I get into what this is exactly, I'm kind of showing you what happens when you first get out of bed and start drawing without doing any kind of warm-ups. Basically, you screw it up, or at least I do, and you're going to see me take a couple shots of this before I actually get it to where I want it. So basically, like I said, this is a poster fan art, I guess you could say, of a fan film called Zordon of Eltar. And what that is it's an, a film made by Cisco Davis Jr. Um, and basically, what he did was he wrote, directed, and shot kind of Zordon's origins. And if you don't know who Zordon is, he's the leader of the Power Rangers. If you don't know what the Power Rangers are, that's a whole different story. And so, being a big Power Rangers fan that I am, especially, I mean, I don't watch them as often as I used to when I was a kid, but I really kind of dug this film, or dug the idea of the film, and wanted to kind of get involved in some way, and so I figured I'd draw a poster for it. So I will leave the link to the film in my description. You should go check it out. He's done at least one other film. I know he's working on other ones called Teenagers with Attitude. It's kind of a reimagining of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So he's done part one, he's done now Zordon, and now I believe he is working on Teenagers with Attitude part two. So I think he's doing it as a trilogy. Again, go check him out. Go find him on Facebook. Again, go check out the movies on YouTube. Really talented, really cool guy. And just the special effects and everything in the story was really cool. Titling all the Power Rangers from Mighty Morphin. I believe he even covered some of the. I don't know if he went beyond, I guess, Mighty Morphin, but he did tie in other things from that time, like oh, what was it? Oh, the guy in the motorcycle. I can't. I'm spacing on the show. Uh, Dex was his name. The Masked Rider. He tied in that to this whole universe. It was all really cool. So again, go check it out, and you know, let him know I sent you. Show him some love. It's again really great film. So, excuse me. What has happened so far is I've penciled it in Photoshop CC. That is the version I'm using now. Did basically kind of rough pencils and moved on to Manga Studio and started the inking process. And I'm just drawing with I believe it's a 0.15 magic marker tool, and just kind of going in there and putting in the details and all the finer points, I guess. It's not even the finer points, I guess. Just kind of roughing everything in so that I can later go in, do all my shading, line weights, and what have you. Now I've been kind of toying with this new process of penciling and inking in Photoshop, or completely digitally, trying to get away from doing pencils other than the initial rough, which you saw at the very beginning. I did that on just a simple legal pad. Just had kind of this idea while I was at work, sketched it down, brought it home, scanned it in, blew it up, and then did kind of tighter pencils on top of that. So the thing about this poster that I wanted to do is get it done really quick, because me being the space case I am these days, because of all the stuff I got going on between my job and trying to do the art stuff, I completely spaced what day it was, and I wanted to get this done before the film got released, and it didn't happen. So I was really trying to hustle and get this done. So I went from basically rough pencils onto inks here. Now I don't normally do that, although I'm really happy with the results I got here. So I might try that a little bit more. And real quick, what's happening in the video, something a lot of people might not like or might have a problem with, which is tracing. which drawing this sword, I mean, it's not that difficult. Swords in general are pretty simple, but I decided just to I guess it's called live trace it, because it just saved me some time other than spending 20, 25, 30 minutes to get proportions and scale and everything right. It can just trace it from the picture he sent me. Saved me a little bit of time, which again, really trying to get this done quick because I wanted to get it to him as soon as possible. And so I did all this in one day. It took, I think the line art itself took me about 6 hours, 5, 6 hours, and then the coloring took another couple hours, which there will be a coloring video I will be uploading here in the next couple days. So here I'm trying to figure in the background. That was the one. That's kind of the one thing that not having a fully fleshed out idea of what I wanted it to be. This is kind of the experimentation part of it, trying to figure out what I want for that background. But getting back to what I was saying, is trying to do this method where I do kind of rough pencils, then go in and do kind of just finish, all this in the inking stage. Which again, I really like the results, and I got it done really quick. Like, I was even surprised how quick I got it done. Like I said, I think from pencils to final colors only took me about 8.5 hours, if I remember right. I went and did the math because I recorded this thing from start to finish almost in one whole video, so it took me about 8 hours, 8.5 hours. Which, granted, this overall isn't a very complicated shot. It's a Zordon standing there looking very stoic on this precipice that he's looking over, and often just eventually the background, which will be a space, planets and whatnot. We'll get there here in a minute. And then a close up of Rita Repulsa's face, which again, none of this was really too difficult. Kind of what I'm doing here is just putting a contour line around everything, just make things kind of separate stuff from each other and makes it pop. And so, like I said, now I'm laying in the background, which is just this space, which I wanted this explosion of light coming out from behind him. Maybe it's a sun. I don't know. It was just kind of cool. I thought it just like a starburst of light behind him looked kind of cool. So, excuse me. So all I'm doing here is just, again, the great thing about working digital, it's real easy to draw in white. So I just went in and added these planets in over the top of these stars and stuff. Now I'm starting with the line weights here, and again, that's something I didn't like, because I kind of wanted my light source to be from the top right, and so I was thinking just go in, lay in the line weights, and then add the shadows over top. But I started realizing kind of quick that a lot of this is going to be covered in black, so to go through and do the line weights was a waste of time, when I could do it later after I already established where all my solid blacks are, and then just kind of filled in the gaps with the line weights later. And so I've been, generally speaking, unless I don't use a whole lot of black in my comics work, which I don't know, might be changing as I kind of continue my experimentation with digital, and kind of like in the past couple videos, which were all from my sketchbook, my digital sketchbook I created, kind of getting some cool results. So I'm just, again, kind of experimenting, figuring out what I wanted, or what I want to do. And like I kind of was saying in my last videos, for some reason putting this blue in here, or this grayish, bluish color, helps me see things, and then do this subtractive kind of lighting where I take highlights out of the dark shapes. So that's what you're going to see me do here, or see me doing here. And I do that throughout the whole piece, as I just lay in just where the shadows are going to be, and then subtract everything else out that I want to be highlights. Why that makes sense to me, I don't know. Why that's easier for me to comprehend than black on white. who knows? But it seems to work. I kind of like the results now. And it's kind of fun because you can just go in there with the lasso tool and just create like these cool, sharp, weird shapes. And again, I just kind of like the results I'm getting, so I might mess around with it and might add it into some future projects that I'm working on. Speaking of future projects, one of the things I'm working on, and part of the reason I wanted to get involved in this, is I have been for the past month and a half, somewhere in that I've been somewhere in that range, been working on a Power Rangers fan comic. Just going to be 8 pages, full color story, very much in this style, I guess, my style, whatever you want to call it. But but it's old school Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. All the original cast, got Zed and Rita and yeah, Jason, Kimberly, Zach, Trini, Billy, and Tommy. So it's not like that new Power Rangers fan film that came out where it's all excuse me, serious and grown up. It's very much in the respect of the old show, the show I grew up watching. The kind of cheesy kids action show. People call it violent. I still call it action, but it's neither here nor there. So if you're interested in that, you can go follow the link in the description to my art page on Facebook. I will be uploading it here in the next few weeks. I have a few giveaway pinups to finish over the next couple days, and I'm going to get back to that. But in the next few weeks, I'm going to throw it up there. It's going to be free. I also will be giving away some original artwork from that and kind of a giveaway as well. So if you're interested, like Power Rangers, like my art, go check that out. It's going to be over the next couple weeks when I get that finished. That I'll upload it, and like I said, I'll choose some winners and give away some free artwork. So be on the lookout for that. I think it's coming along really good. I'm very excited, having a lot of fun doing it. And then following that, I do have a 6-issue miniseries that I'm working on, and that's going to be much longer process. It's going to be like I said, about 6 issues, 6 chapters. I don't know if I'm going to do it as single issues or a graphic novel, but it all going to be about 120. It's going to be about 120 pages when all said and done. So now what you're going to see me do here is go back with this blue and add these shadows in, and it kind of looks weird in here because it's all usually the line art for a comic is all black and white. Excuse me. But this aids me in coloring later, which you'll see in the coloring video, and why that helps me by adding this blue now. For some reason, again, with this blue, I don't know, blue, gray, purple, whatever it is. I don't know, I'm an artist, I don't know my damn colors. Somehow I make it work, I think. So, it makes sense for me to do it this way, at least in my brain. I can comprehend this better. So, and again, you'll see where that comes into play in the next video, and I'll explain it a little bit more there. Also, again, like I said in my last video, generally working digital, you shouldn't really work as close as I am, but I do have my second monitor where I have it full screen, so I can kind of gauge what I'm doing and what should and shouldn't be there. Also, when I've been doing this about 1.5 to 2 years working digital, at least, especially inks, but you kind of learn what reads, what doesn't, and where it kind of gets cluttered. So anyway, coming to the end of the video here. So again, go watch Zordon of Eltar. Go check out Cisco and his Facebook page, and support him on more movies, because again, once you watch Zordon, it's gonna be you'll be blown away. He also has a Kickstarter campaign, so you can check that out and help him fund his next Teenagers with Attitude too. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for taking the time for watching this and following me here. So we got a quick close-up of the final artwork here, and then we're going to zoom out and show you the whole thing. You can see the full resolution, full color one on my Facebook and DeviantArt page, which again links in the description below. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.